So for me, the function to flow model is really a transition from the mechanistic perspective that we have in physical education to a more comprehensive and holistic look, and this kind of goes through the different levels. So this starts with function. So that's really the different kind of mechanistic movements in physical education. During my practicum, I was actually in an English and mathematics classroom, so I wasn't able to really expose myself much to physical education. However, for me, I always like to keep that model in the back of my mind, just in terms of assessing my students' experience, because for me, it's really, if a student's really understanding something and is truly learning something and having a good experience in that learning, they will be achieving that sense of flow. So, even if it's something like math, you can get in the zone when you're learning about math. It's not just the function of filling out the formula or filling out the numbers or the form of filling out the equation or the feeling when you're doing the equation. It's just, I'm in this equation, everything else is gone, and it's all about this experience. I'm at flow in this classroom environment. So for me, I really used it as a means of assessing my students' progress. So I think the biggest tip I would give to physical education teachers is just that shift in perspective. You need to stop looking at, assessing physical activity from these specific, mastery of these siloed skills and look at the experience as a whole. And really this can help, not only in conventional sports, but it gives us a means to assess unconventional sports, say like yoga or climbing or different things that typically, you would only give students a participation mark because you don't really know how to assess their experience. Well, if you are doing a yoga class in a classroom and you see a student's really struggling to get the poses and, they're really finding difficulty enjoying themselves, well, that's, a teachable moment for you to really help guide that student so that they can feel comfortable in the experience. So I couldn't do it formally, unfortunately, in my practicum, but it was really just my perspective. And for me, really learning about this model is not only about, the functional, how are we going to assess people using this model, but it's really just changing your outlook on how we look at learning and how we look at the way students are learning and their experience in that learning. And for me, if I see students reaching that state of flow, I know that I've done my job as a teacher to create an environment and a learning style and method that is really resonating with them so they can really connect with the material.